Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for an on-the-fly car reading. I need to read today because I feel like with all the gaslighting that's happening, it's starting to get to people. I've been getting some emails, and I've had that feeling myself. I had to spend a couple of hours with Spirit this morning because just to ground myself, because gosh, the political theater is intense, right? Ever since Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation, we certainly do get the message from Republicans that, all's well here, aren't we powerful? We're just moving right ahead. Isn't it great? And we have our president working overtime to tell us that too. It's a lot of gaslighting, though, you guys, because as I did that reading on Mitch McConnell yesterday, I saw that, they don't have he doesn't have this wonderfully well thought out long-term plan. He is indeed ramming things through as much as he can before midterms. That is indeed what is happening. And of course our president is, he is an expert at gaslighting and illusion and dealing with, telling us the sky is green when it's blue, that kind of stuff. He's an expert at that. So I did want to spend a little time with Spirit, who reminded me, wait a minute, let's look at reality. How many investigations are ongoing into this administration right now? Oh my gosh, right? Trump's taxes are being looked into ever since Fred Trump's multiple gifts that were given tax-free almost were exposed in the New York Times. We have Trump Organization being investigated. We have Trump Foundation being investigated. We have their family CFO, oh my gosh, who is now been granted immunity, got all this information. We have his personal attorney granted some sort of deal and giving all kinds of personal information. We have Paul Manafort giving all kinds of personal information. We have really huge investigations are happening here. So we can't lose sight of those realities. And now today we have Nikki Haley. She's resigning before the end of the year. And I remember several months ago I did readings on a lot of people resigning. After a delay, she was one of those that looked like perhaps after a delay she'd be leaving. And now I find out that several months ago, about the time of that when she was on my mind, she was already talking to Trump about having to take some time off at some point here. So that's interesting. They don't say why she resigned. They just did this press conference that would suggest all is well. Aren't we all happy? Happy with Trump, happy with Haley. It all went so well, but she's leaving. But we're not really going to talk about why. So I want to ask Spirit, please do use me as a conduit and give us information about that if it would be helpful to us. So I'm picking a card. We've got the three. Oh yeah. We've got the Three of Wands. She is watching and waiting for the ship to come in. There is a ship coming in. I don't think it's a good ship. I do think it's a ship containing plague. Yes. Like one commenter said. Yes. It's not a good ship. She's waiting for some consequences, and I think they involve, well, we have the Fool here, so the foolishness, some foolish things that have been done, I think, on the border. I did a reading, I did one, actually two already this morning, and kept getting the Five of Pentacles. I think it has to do with the immigrants. Already the UN has voiced its displeasure with the way the U.S. has dealt with the asylum seekers. And I think more is coming out about that. Oh, death. Oh, no. Okay, so I think more is coming out about that. And some cases that were handled just horribly wrongly. So, and maybe, yeah, cases. Yeah. Yeah. And she's not going to want to be the UN ambassador during that time. So now we have her leaving by the end of the year. We have Don McGahn leaving by the end of the year. Will there be others who will come up and say, I'm leaving by the end of the year? Oh, we have Don Jr. Well, we have the King of Pentacles, okay? A lot of times he's been Don Jr. in the meetings. I mean, in these readings. Is he Don Jr. now? Yeah. Yeah, I have seen him getting in trouble. I have seen him getting in legal trouble, and it should be soon. I don't know now if investigators will now wait till after midterms or what's going on, to deliver indictments on him. But yeah, I have seen him getting into trouble by the end of the year, maybe, huh? Let's see. We have the Six of Pentacles. Sort of that I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You know, the sort of like giving and receiving. Favors, money that's not, they shouldn't be giving and receiving. Help. Okay. So I do want to ask too, what else do we want to ask Spirit about this whole situation? I'm just going to ask Spirit to show us some cards and let us know what it is they mean. Hermit, of course, the Hermit again. Exactly. That's a validation. If we're ever feeling gaslighted and we're feeling like we're hearing so many lies coming at us that it is starting to seriously mess with our heads, it is important to spend time with Spirit to get the real insights. I did that this morning. It was very helpful. Okay, what else would you like us to know, Spirit? Queen of Cups. Be compassionate, be calm. Okay, it's a time of indecision. It's a time where it looks like it could go both either way. In some things, right? We don't have the answers. We don't have enough information. It's like the blindfold is on. We don't quite know exactly how it's going to pan out right now. And that's why we're in this Two of Swords spot where we would love to know the facts. We don't have all the facts. But at this point, that is when it's time to spend time with Spirit and become grounded in truth and try to hear from our own intuition and kind of center ourselves in what we know in our gut to be true. Okay. Because right now we don't have a lot of information. But there's that Eight of Cups again. Okay, and I feel like that is a reassurance that yes, Trump will be resigning at some point here. He will be. You know, I've seen that many times. Yeah, that's a reassurance. It's sort of like this is an experience that really has stretched us all, I think, to have some faith. I know I did a reading a while back where, you know, I've never seen Trump resigning before midterms. However, there was, you know, lots of towers before then, but just not the leaving part before then. You know what I mean? But lots of towers that could, I mean, still could bring about his resignation, I suppose. Lots of bad things coming before then. But the leaving I always thought would be after that. And I remember that reading I did where I said there will be a period of time, and I really did feel like it was before midterms where things were looking, it was frustrating for us because things would be looking like everything's going great for them. You know, they might even rally. You know, it would be a tough thing for us to see. And I think that's what we're in right now. But we're seeing these little things come up. You know, little bits from the Mueller investigation last night, and little bits now from Nikki Haley, and yep, things are going to keep coming out. Right, we have the Seven of Swords. Yep, we're still going to have more secrets coming out. That one comes up a lot of times when things that are hidden are about to come out. So I guess don't fall for the gaslighting. This is a very troubled administration. This was a very troubled confirmation. This is ridiculous. A lot of things are happening that is absolutely ridiculous, and there are multiple investigations happening right now. So don't fall for the gaslighting. So with that, I thank you so much for watching, and let's hang in there together and look toward midterms. Thank you. Bye-bye.